Welcome back to Programmer Plays. Today we are trying out a visual novel called Katawa Shoujo. So actually, a buddy of mine recommended this visual novel. So apparently, this touches on, I think characters with different kinds of disabilities. And you know what? That's actually kind of an interesting concept. I really look forward to seeing, how they incorporate it into the story. Also, apparently the game is, this weird, resolution, as you can see on the screen. So, that's why it looks like this. And I just decided to put my face cam to the side. Let's go. Start. Okay, we're in winter. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like little wooden wind chimes. Wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. Deciduous? I've never seen that word before. Anyway, the trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together to fiercely prevent them from numbing in this cold. Oh. Yeah, like that. Oh. Hisao. I think that's my name. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Ah yes, the note. Slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking.
Wow!
Really, a math book? Damn, bro. You think I'm interested in learning? As far as cliches go, more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As a part of the meaning of this note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white-painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone's approaching me from behind. It's a ninja. Hisao, you came. A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Oh, flashbang. Oh, bello. Can I screenshot that? I don't think I did. Well, I could always take it from the video. It's fine. But anyway, oh, Iwanako? I got a note here telling me to wait. Was it yours? Damn it. I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic. Oh, is it okay, so? Yes. I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. But, whoa. What is happening? Oh. My heart is pounding now as if it were trying to burst from my chest and claim this girl for itself. I swear, I thought there was something horror related going on. Anyway. So, here we are. Out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Iwanako winches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine as she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. Okay, my throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. That's exactly what he sounded like. Anyway. You see... Oh god, the heartbeat. I don't know why that's always freaky. Anyway. I wanted to know... if you'd go out with me. I stand there, motionless, safe from my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point. Hisao? The loud music all of a sudden. Right after she says it. I reach up to try to massage my throat, but there's always sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. You know this? I don't know. Hisao! Wake up! My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror. Big bro's gonna pass out. Hisao! He's dead! The beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. The world around me. Oh, the canopy of bare branches. The dull winter sky. Iwanako, I keep forgetting how to pronounce her name. Iwanako running towards me. All these fade to black. Now you see nothing. Thanks for watching. The last things I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. Alright. Oh, we're waking up in the hospital. I'm sorry, Miss Iwakano, he never made it. Oh, 4-Leaf Studios presents Katawa Shoujo. Yeah, it's like a cinematic cutscene. You know what? I like it a lot, actually, for an intro. I think the last visual novel I played that actually had, like, an actual, like, intro cutscene like this was Chemically Bonded. So it is actually pretty cool to see. This one's fully animated, though. I think, like, the Chemically Bonded one was, like a montage of, like, all the photos throughout the story. But still, intro cutscenes are cool for visual novels. Okay, yeah, we're seeing, like, the hospital supplies. I'm pretty sure bro is, like... well, he's not dead. But yeah, this genuinely feels like I'm watching an anime with, like, the intro. The opener. The only thing you're missing now is, like, you know, all the Japanese, like, credits and whatever. Like, who voiced this character? Or who made this writing? Alright. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. Oh, shit. Wait, what? Yeah, we're in the hospital. In that whole time, I could probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So I've had plenty of times to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. A strange word. A foreign alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically, and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better. More appreciative of my life. Really didn't do anything to cheer me up, though. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for your cure. Oh, goddamn. Yeah, there's no cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, I felt as if I was missed. For about a week, in my room was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized the only reason I got so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. What the... Wow. Yeah, thanks, guys. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came on a regular basis. Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much time to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they're in a hurry and have a million patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time. Thinking of it as some kind of omen. I still asked the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there's at least some hope. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why. I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for the books. I began making my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. I felt like time bored into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes, I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness, through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear, I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely. And I couldn't even cry. Oh, okay. So today the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. This is supposed to be some kind of special occasion. It's not a party. Oh wait, there's this ritual the head cardiologist has. Takes his time sorting his papers, then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. He casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Hisao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile back at him. I believe you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, should be fine. Yeah, boy. We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. Doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. Wooden. So many. Take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Flashbang. Whoa. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters, as you can see. Can't even read half these words. They're like overlapping now. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contraindications, and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. There's so many big words. I tried to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Tempting to only makes me feel sicker. My brain's not braining. These words. All of this for the rest of my life every day? I'm afraid this is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe it would be best if you don't return to your old school. Nani? Please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down? The way he said it tells me... the way he says it tells me full well he knew I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least, not until we're sure your medication is suitable. So, I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Disabled? What? Am I? It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Honestly, though, I kind of agree with what he's saying. But I kind of get why the staff's there, you know. You never know what's going to happen. Of course, that's only if you want to go. But your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and we had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you'd like it. Looks like I really don't have a choice. Well, new school time. Let's go. Oh, compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day. This is a good opportunity to continue your education. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. don't call it a goddamned opportunity. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school. And, well, it's not the same one. Special school? That's an insult. That is what I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help, one way or another. Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's true. Oh wait, one of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? Our normal life is out of the question now. Funny. I always thought my life was kind of boring actually. But now I miss it. I wanted to protest. I wanted to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. You could easily yell out something now. Something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no. I don't say anything. Fact is, I know it's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this, but I thought I'm going to a disabled school. What are those even like? How much I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But, let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. And that's all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. Alright, here we go. Time for your new life. Oh, here we go. Another cutscene. Act 1. Life expectancy. Oh, I got a Steam achievement. Wait, I can't see that. Oh, there it is. Bundle of Hisao. Finished the prologue. Oh, I think my face cam was blocking it. Funny enough. That's fine, though. I think it's cropped out, actually, as well. But, yeah, whatever. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and... Wait, wrought iron and gray plaster. Stumbled into a hole that didn't feel welcoming at all. What if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like? My book couldn't really decide. Probably no. Yeah, this was an Ivy League school before. That's why the gate looks like a castle gate. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate too long. So I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels really good. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy at this brisk pace. I'm alone as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. Doesn't feel like the kinds of grounds a school would have. More like a park. With a clean walkway going past trees, and the smell of fresh cut grass and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. Makes me shudder. I shake them. That was a bad reenactment, sorry. Anyway, I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. Feel big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies. Too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told it's my new school, in the back of my head it doesn't feel like one. For real. Actually, it kind of feels like an apartment complex or something. Especially like based on what the buildings look like. That's what it kind of feels like. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. Makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible, instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. Yeah, we got isekai. New dimension, isekai. I suddenly have superpowers. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues splashing all around me catch my attention. Makes me think about hospitals again. How to say that the operating rooms are painted green, because green is a calming color. Why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building. Surprised myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back. Even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. Ooh, my god, the inside looks nice. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical.
Hello there.
Oh, hey man. You must be Niki?
Who?
Nakai. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto.
Who?
Welcome. Exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked me for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes. Afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow not knowing what's waiting for me is really making me feel nervous. Thinking of this, I almost missed what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Why? Or yeah, of course. Yeah, let's do it. I mean, isn't that normal? Of course. But not everyone likes to be at the center of attention. Probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Right, but it's no problem. Let's go then. Alright, up the stairs. Even the stairs are good. My heart is pounding in my chest and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom. for class 3-3. That's confusing. The third door down the third corridor. Third floor corridor or whatever. Anyway, Muto opens the door and enters. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Ah, get a grip. This is a big step, I know it's, but there isn't any point in worrying about it so much. At least not this soon. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's how I get rid of the UI. I have no clue if I'm taking screenshots or not, but yeah, I'll take it from the video if I have to. But anyway. I followed the teacher into the classroom and look around. Partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high and there's lots of space left over around, and in between the desk. The entire wall taken up by blackboards, and the high old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stopped walking in front of the classroom and faced the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then, why would they be here? I mean, yeah, they look normal. That's what it always is. You know, never judge a book by its cover. They're probably like me, and then I noticed something wrong with them. Only it's not immediately obvious. I noticed one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking to you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with a really long straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it'll make her invisible. You don't see me, I'm invisible. It works. I'm a ninja. There was one boy with a cane leaning against the walkers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kinda cute. So this is the cheery looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her movement the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. Clasps his hands together and so does everyone else, except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little by hiding by bowing and thanks for this applause I did not deserve. Like that. Anyway, collective silence tells me I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Hisao Nakai. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along well with everyone, even though I'm a new student. After that, I'm being so boring. This is basically every self-introduction ever. I'm like a very basic bitch. I end up saying nothing, and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied with what little I said. A few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. Could have gone worse. Da-da-da. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently. When he's done, clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. It's either this or they're actually like full-on clapping. I think it's just a clap like that. The first row girl claps on this round, with her one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. It makes me feel a little bad. Oh, here you go. There he is again. I'm going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She is the class representative. She can explain everything you might want to know. And who else will be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It's been I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. Teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. He's like, oh yeah, she's right there. Oh yeah, he actually said it. Oh right. Hakamichi is right there. Shizune Hakamichi.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. Okay, pink hair chick. Okay, I'll get a screenshot of that too for a thumbnail. As she calls out her name, the cute, bubbly looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. Take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Oh. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too.
Psych!
Oh, Misha, okay. Changed. But I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi Shichan.
Hello there.
Oh, there you go. Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. Looks like she's been staring at me the whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She has short, carefully, neatly brushed hair. A pair of oval-shaped glasses bounced on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds, between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. Da-da-da. Oh. Yeah, she did this. I saw that. Anyway, she immediately looks at Misha. Smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hey. Wait, actually, that's kind of cool. It'd be really cool just to see, like, every little gesture she makes. I like this man already. Like, for the fact that the characters are very expressive. Alright, Akamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, you'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you? I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand why you think I was Shichan. Shichan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. That's that. You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shichan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he wouldn't have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right. He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today. So soon, Hichan, right? Hichan. Yep. Oh, yep. It fits, doesn't it? Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. Never liked that nickname. I don't really see how. It fits. You look just like I imagined. Yeah, you look just like a Hichan. Wonder why everyone seems to think so. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shichan wants to know that Shichan wants you to know that she's the class rep. So if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We could show you around if you haven't had a little time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks. That'd be pretty helpful. Yeah, I kinda just came straight to class today. That's no good. You should always try and learn as much as you can about where you're going before you get there. Not just with school either. Always. Even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shichan? Learn about where you're going? Huh, I guess I didn't bother to do that. Or I just didn't care enough to do so. I mean, this guy first came into the school, he's like, yep, sure, I'm just gonna go in. Go out. Okay, bye. Anyway, I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed to myself to going along with it half-assedly. But anyway, I don't say anything and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? Seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deep. You look down. Daijobu? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things. By asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal. As much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. Alright. Ah, and another thing. You don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakemichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan. She's blushing like, hold up. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. Yup. Shizune is fine. You know, just first name basis. Shi-chan is like nickname basis. And like best friend tier or something like that. Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly. So I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assume would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess. Huh? Oh, right. We haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish before the end of class. Hahaha, that too. She glares at the two of us impatiently. Yeah, she's like, hey man, hurry up. Yeah, put the fries in the bag, bro. After class, we could take a walk around the grounds later. It's a nice day today. Anyway, the assignment is actually very challenging to get through, finding aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Whoa, nice transition. So, we finished it a few minutes earlier than everyone else, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different, though. Class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is more playful and girlish. Not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did the most work. I feel guilty about that. Alright, there's the bell. The clock tower bells ring, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Yummy. Not knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who's beckoning me to the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Muto, down to the bottom floor. It's like everything in the school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard, towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria! Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare. But Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seemed great until I realized that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. Oh, nice. Almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table, sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. I don't understand science, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite. Do you want to know something? Nani? About anything. We're your guides, so you should ask if there's something. I wonder. Oh, here we go. I think I got everything I need to know. Ask about the library or ask about Shizune's deafness. Let's talk about the library first. I'm here to learn about the place real quick. Oh yeah. Is there a library in the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby. Then picks up her smile again. There is. It's in the second floor. We can show it to you sometime. Arigato. Turn to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff or something. This is girls talk. Quickly note a conversation and sign is not enough to fill silence. Alright, back to class. Yeah, we ate the first low. Oh, hello. The dark-haired girl I noticed before slumped over at the desk at the last row. I'll get her too, you know, for a thumbnail. Alright. It's like, I've been caught! She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with The elegance of a rhino. He's like, and we're back. What's up, motherfucker? Okay, no. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or mind it. They walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students. And finally, the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. Such that my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I started yawning and started counting the minutes left. Shouldn't be the start of my first day of school. Maybe it's a long time spent in the hospital and made me like this. Even feeling physically weak and lifeless. You know what? That's understandable. Like, your first time going out in a while. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Da-da-da. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hichan. We've got to hurry already since there's a lot of work for us to do. Da-da-da. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. By the way, sorry, I don't want to just keep saying da-da-da every time Shizune wants to speak. Or I don't know, maybe I will. I don't know, just saying da-da-da is funny. In general. But anyway, Mate. The teacher said I'd have to see a nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can always show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. Join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside. The girls pointing out senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually part of the main building. Alright, this is the auxiliary building here. It's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamuku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool. How is that official? Don't be silly, Hichan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, arigato, and adios. Whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. Now I get the swimming pool and like everything else being physical therapy. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Well, I say that as somebody who doesn't know how to swim. But I don't know. I'm not entirely sure like how like swimming pools are actually used for physical therapy. Like anybody that like knows a lot about that, you know, let me know in the comments because I actually am kind of interested. But anyway, I walk in hoping that this really will only be a quick visit like the teacher said. On the white door on the left is a green cross with the text head nurse and a nameplate. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. Sounded a bit like an invitation to open a door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly looking man turns around in his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils. There are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk.
Hello there.
Oh, hey man. Hello there. What can I do for you today? He's young looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? Smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Well, yes, I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name or just the nurse, like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I should probably grab his extended hand. Handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. Eyes light up with revelation and he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. You've got a chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? Just me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes. Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. We have 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. I mean, I'd be surprised if you could. But yeah, it's mostly just like for immediate like attention if it's like, oh, you fell ice pack or something. Or like, you know, the quick treatments. But then obviously if it's more serious, you'd send him over to the hospital, which is why it's also nearby. You know, so that something can be done like right away. Anyway, yeah. Just, it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school. Yeah, I'll get used to it. Not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, just let me find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of paper around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging from all the walls, reminding me to eat properly, 3 times a day, from all the food groups, blah blah blah. Smiling, the nurse draws a quick thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So you already have the medication for arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? Grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I play soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. You cannot play soccer anymore. Fuck! Oh. My lucky reaction makes him raise an eyebrow. But really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. Just never did have a burning passion for the sport. You know, it's just something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your hearts. And risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There is no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestepped the question acceptably, and he glances over at me with his papers, with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such, as I said, but I don't really think you need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walls, or I said walls. Brisk walks, or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe. There's a pool here. Yeah, the nurse is not gonna have a voice anymore. Not that I barely had one anyway. I'm just gonna read it in my normal voice. So I was told. You were. Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care not to overexert yourself. Wags his fingers to emphasize the point. Yeah, no overexertion. Absolutely no unnecessary risk. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over to my papers one more time, and he sets them on the desk, obviously content. Good. That's it then. Come meet me if you ever need it. If you ever need anything. I should out before I even realize it. Yeah, very quick visit indeed. He's like, yeah, okay, now get out. I end up sitting in front of the main building in the auxiliary building. I can never pronounce that word, fuck. Anyway, although to my eyes, they still look one and the same. It's the first real look I got at the other students. So I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going. I still think that keeping most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere too to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me grows as I trudge towards the dorms. It's a little way apart from the main building complex. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms. Shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too sumptuous for what it is. So push forward going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Oh. Anyway, room 119. And then the number is actually written as words. Room 119. I'm at the ornate exterior. Inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. It's like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. Same goes for elevators at the ends of the hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. So there are a few students watching TV. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. Climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet and shower, as well as 4 rooms. Halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the rooms adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from below the door of the room 117, so I knock lightly. Whoa! Is anyone home? From inside, I hear a few movements, and the clicking of blocks way more than I thought these doors had. It's like, Like enter the combination, boom, 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 and then it opens. Like 50 locks on the door.
Sup, bitches?
Oh, hey, man. A bespectacled boy standing in the doorway, looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Who is it? That's his voice. It's intimidating. Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? I don't know, man. He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Are you about to kiss, man? Homie, I don't swing like that yet. Hisao Nakai. Moving into the next room, I thought I should introduce my... Recently brightens realization. He stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting. Almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup, dude? Name's Kenji. Ah, hi. Take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it. Still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and the vehement welcome. There were some suspicious looking people going in and out of your room earlier. It was probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? They could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. That a place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. Yeah, I like my odds. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Me? I don't think I could trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision indeed. Damn, you are smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. Damn, bro. Okay, chill. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. Whoa, yeah, like back up, buddy. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Bye, have a great time.
Then he turns, bumbles around for a moment, and searches for the door handle. Shuts the door behind him. Slides the key into the lock of the door and marked 119. Bleak beige walls, white linen, desk made of some light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room. Impersonal, like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet's sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there is a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. Notice pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Oh, here we go. Hi, Hichan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. If said that these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. Kinda hoped I would have. Then there would be something to do. It's still too early. Put the note down on the desktop and lie down on the bed. I'm feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whatever. I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. Very nervous about it before coming and for the entire day too. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now... Oh, time for my meds. The bottles of medication neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. Pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside. Then read the glued on pharmacy label. There you go. Hisao Nakai. 2 tablets daily to stay alive. Wow. I mean, I guess that's a TLDR. Okay, it doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted, having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do we have? What a sigh. Begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle. Being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain. After that, I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. It doesn't start looking any more familiar. Not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room my fingers. Sheets feel slightly more comfortable. Warm and nest like it gets the chill that passes per room temperature here. Soon, the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like... Okay. Anyway, the night beckons me and, now, it's sleep time. Sleeping! That's kind of catchy. And he wakes up. I'm waking up. Alright, I think I'm going to end this part here because, frankly, well, it's almost an hour long, and I think like an hour is a good enough time to at least get a little feel for what the game is about, as well as like, yeah, like just getting everything that we can out of this game before like we fully jump into it. What do I think so far? Honestly, I think it's not bad. Like I said, I think the concept of just having like characters with different disabilities, actually it's kind of intriguing. Because like normally I just play a bunch of visual novels that just have like some normal plot or something. So like having characters with like unique traits or just like some sort of like unique storyline. I don't know, it's very intriguing. Because like I don't get to play stuff like this very often. So yeah, I look forward to playing this again at some point. I'm not sure what the next part will be. I'll upload this and then I'll see like well I'll probably record like the next part basically and then see if I like it or not. But yeah. Um I'm glad like my buddy recommended this to me. I think I also had it like on my Steam library for a while. I just hadn't gotten around to playing it until now. So I look forward to seeing how this goes. But anyway, but that said, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. And if I ever do play this visual novel again, in the top right corner of your screen, an info card will take you to the next part once it becomes available. And with that, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.